Good evening. It is I, Roncar. It is my pleasure to be with you in this evening. Well, we have had another lesson on how we are the creators of the world. And it is a good lesson. It is one that I cannot repeat often enough. For although I tell you these things, I detect that some of you do not understand exactly what I am saying. That you truly are part of God, and you have godlike powers, and you can use these godlike powers in your life on a daily basis and whenever you need them. This is important for you to know, because then you can truly become the creator of your life. I know you understand that when you make a decision, when you take an action, you are affecting the world that is around you. When you say something, you are also affecting the world that is around you. And sometimes you speak without thinking, and you say things that you do not mean, especially if you are angry or emotional in some way. And now I understand that emotions go with the physical body, that it is your thoughts that cause you to feel emotions. And it is important for you to also understand this. Why do you get upset over things? Why? Because what you are getting upset over is something that you do not like, that you do not want, that you in your mind and in your heart have decided that this should be different, that this should not exist, or just that it should be at least different. And so you become emotional. You can get angry. You can get sad. You can interpret the words of others in such a way that you yourself feel hurt about these things. And I understand that words can be interpreted in many ways, and it is difficult to always know what someone means. But isn't it smarter to interpret words in a way that make you feel good instead of interpreting words in a way that make you feel bad? When someone says something to you or about you to another person, you can become unhappy because you do not like what they said. And so you can feel bad. And you can think of that as you do in a way that makes you feel unhappy. That's because perhaps that you respect the opinion of that particular person. And you want to be thought well of. You want them to think that you are a good person, that you are talented, that you are kind. You want these things to happen. And they do not. So you become upset and disappointed. Now, you must remember that when someone is speaking about you, they are giving their own opinion or their own observation. And their opinion and their observation is really not important to the life that you live and the person that you are. Because someone misjudges you or does not understand you is not your problem. It is their problem, because they are either incapable of understanding you or they They were not, yes, they were incapable of understanding you. Perhaps they were not brought up to be kind and patient and to think well of others. You do not know these things, but the problem is their problem. It is not, should not be important to you what they think and say. What is important to you is how you feel about yourself. And if you feel good about yourself, if you know your actions come from a mind that is trying to do good and express things in such a way that everyone is helped and uplifted by what you say, so it is that you will then find you are happy with yourself. You have done nothing wrong. It is only up to you whether you feel good about yourself. It should not be based on the opinions and the words of others. And so I want you to remember these things and try to correct your thinking when you become unhappy over the words or the actions of others or situations. This is your interpretation of what is going on. You have the power to choose to interpret things in different ways. You can see the words of others as just coming from perhaps an ignoramus would be the word. Someone who is ignorant, uncouth. Certainly these people who are saying ill about you are expressing things which should not be expressed within your earshot or to your friends. And so they are not grounded in a good position of being the best person that they could be. They are simply whoever they are, and they can be deficient in many ways. And so because they are deficient, do not let yourself get upset. Because something goes wrong, do not get upset by it didn't go the way you wanted to. It went the way it had to, based upon the words, the actions of others, as well as yourself. And so you should not get upset, again, because it has been determined by others, and you have no control of the situation. But you can choose to think in such a way that you no longer feel upset, and you can disregard the words, opinions, and actions of others as not being able to hurt you. And so this is my lecture for this evening. And I hope you can use this information in times of stress, in times of unhappiness, to relieve yourself of the emotional content that you are experiencing. And so, as Wanda always likes to say, remember, I love you all. You are loved. And I wish you all the best. And that is what you can think when you are distressed, that there is me in spirit sending you love, knowing that you are good and loving people. And so, are there any questions that you have for me, either on what I have said or any questions, anything else in your life